Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to excavate and install a French drain system in the backyard of a house. We're also going to be doing a few other projects. Please stay tuned and continue watching until the end so you won't miss out on any details of how you can do this type of work as well. So over here in the back side of this house, we're going to be excavating a 12-inch deep trench, and it's going to be approximately 70 lineal feet, basically going from one side of the house all the way to the other. And the reason why we are doing all of this work, it is because our homeowner, they had a flooding issue. They said a lot of the water goes back into this area and it creates a pretty big puddle, and it just pools everywhere. So in other words, they don't really have a good draining system. They don't have any drainage basically. So that's why we're here today. The first thing that you're going to want to do, and we're doing today, is to excavate all along the back side of the house. That is basically the lowest point where all the water ends up at. So we're going to dig this hole that is at least 12 inches deep and about 12 inches wide, because we're going to be installing this 3-inch wide drainage pipe. And you'll see in a bit once we start putting it in there, but we're going to be from one end to the other installing that 3-inch wide drainage pipe. And any obstacles in the way, that's what we're taking care of right now. There's also a fence post that's really close by that we're going to be replacing today. As we were digging the trench, we found some electrical pipe. We also found this existing old drainage, but honestly it was no good anymore, and it didn't really lead anywhere. The nice thing about this house is that directly behind the fence there was actually a very huge catch basin where all of the water, it can lead into there. So we're gonna actually allow all the water to drain over there, and then that's gonna help the house improve all of their water issues significantly. And so we're just using basic hand tools, just to pick. We like to use this metal rod because sometimes when we're replacing a fence post, or even when we're excavating, we run into some really hard soil, and so a metal rod like that, it will help you break through that pretty easily. And some of these drainage pipes, they didn't have the holes, so that's what we're doing right here. We are matching the same layout of the existing pipe that has the perforated all the way through. We're just drilling the holes ourselves, and we're just following them, doing the same thing, so that our other solid pipe, it's gonna be the same design. And you can do this as well. Anyways, at the very end, we're gonna be wrapping all of that pipe with a mesh, with a fabric. So when we start backfilling all of this trench, the holes aren't gonna get clogged with any material, because we're gonna put the mesh to protect it. And then also on top of the pipe, we're gonna backfill with the 1.5-inch drainage rock. And that's pretty typical, for a French drain system. But all in all, right here, we're installing close to 70 lineal feet of a brand new French drain system. Right here we have most of the trench already dug. Thankfully, we did not really break or destroy any of the electrical line in the way. Right here I just brought the gravel. So I ended up purchasing 2 yards of this 1.5-inch drain rock, and I'm actually gonna need another load. So I came here, I dumped this first load, and then I'm gonna go back to the store and pick up another 2 yards. And honestly, that was more than enough. Right here we're starting to install the drain pipe, and we're checking the level just to make sure that we have a slope all the way to this catch basin. That's the one that you see that I was mentioning earlier. So that was a huge advantage that we have over here, that we have that that incredible catch basin, and so all of the rainwater can lead directly into that, and then it will help to prevent any flooding in the backyard of this house. So right here we're starting to connect all of this pipe one with the other. We did a little test on the existing drainage pipe over here, but we found out that it was completely clogged, and honestly it wasn't really going anywhere. So we're gonna make our own, since we're gonna be doing all of this, all of the pipe, you know, we're just gonna be installing it brand new from the beginning. We're actually gonna be connecting a downspout into the drainage pipe, and then that is gonna be connected to the entire line that leads all the way back into the catch basin. And there's actually 2 downspouts that we had to connect to that system, but other than that, it's just the straight pipe that goes all the way through. And so in the trench that we dug, we actually put a little bit of that drainage rock at the bottom, just so that the base of that drainage pipe is not on the actual soil. We just wanted it to be surrounded entirely by the drainage rock, so we have the maximum amount of drainage of the water to go all the way through in the trench. So once you put that rock underneath and just around it, then you can go ahead and install the drainage pipe. And I highly recommend for you to just check the level one more time, just to make sure that your drainage pipe has a little bit of slope going down and away. So throughout the entire trench, any water that goes in there, it's gonna basically get into the drainage pipe, and that pipe is gonna take it all the way out to where at the end, you know, whether you have a hole or the catch basin like in our case. But that's pretty much the entire process of how you can excavate and install a brand new French drain system. We hope you like this video. Please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel and activate the notification bell so you won't miss out on any videos. May God bless you, and I'll see you on the next project.